Good morning, afternoon, and or evening. My name is Derek, Professor Silly Gaming, and yeah, Fallout Friday, whatever you want to call it. It's a good day to play some Fallout. And I have been building at Taffington Boathouse, but I need to level up to be able to build the generator I want to build there to really finish that off. And also I just need to collect more stuff, more junk that I want to kind of throw around the place. So Taffington Boathouse is almost done. But I didn't want to just be running around gathering stuff and leveling up when I could be building somewhere else. So Hangman's Alley. I built here a few times. I built a rather involved bar, for lack of a better term here, that was multi-levels, and I was pretty happy with that build. I built here a few other times in terms of, but maybe never finished or published them. It's an interesting location. Kind of cramped. There's not a lot of room. You can build up a little ways, but not all the way. This over here, this item right here, this whole little shed here, can't be scrapped. You can scrap the stairs, but you can't scrap this structure. I've turned this into a store before. I don't think you can scrap this wall. You can put turrets up there, which is kind of nice. All the stuff in here you can scrap. You can't scrap the masonry portions of this. You can get rid of these walls here and replace them with other walls. And that might be something I might want to do. You can scrap all of this stuff, though. And I usually do. Usually I scrap everything that can be scrapped, I scrap. And then start from scratch. Oh, I built an institute-like hospital here. Medical facility. As you can see, not only have I not scrapped, I haven't unlocked that door. Nor have I unlocked this door. I almost never unlock this door over here. Now, in theory, that should limit who can get in here. How did I get in here, you ask? Well, I got in here by carefully jumping. I also haven't unchained this door. I got in here by carefully jumping up onto that little roof right there. Like that, and then just drop down over here. And if I use that, I could just not scrap. I could just not scrap these doors or unlock them and just leave them locked. Now, with this scrappy lone wanderer character, the philosophy I've been using is I don't want people to know the places that I am staying. I want to stay under the radar. Now, certainly I could just fortify this little shack here, put a door in place, and call it good. But outside of the game mechanics, that seems like a terrible idea. This seems like the sort of thing that could be set on fire pretty easily if one was trapped inside, and that would be bad. So I don't do that. I am inclined to building in this corner. One, it can't be seen from out here at all. Down on the other side of that wall. Unless you can get inside, you're really not going to see a structure there anyway. And then on this side, if someone were to pick the lock or break the door down, it would definitely be visible, but maybe not immediately noticeable when there's all this other stuff to look at. So if I build up and make it look like people are living in these other things and then set up traps, That seems like a smart idea. So, let's start with that. So, this is a shack that can't be scrapped at all. Said we don't need a bed. Oh, I'm going to take this pillow, though. Oh, I've been wanting a pillow. Okay, before I start building here, I've been looking for a pillow. A crappy ass stained pillow has been on my list of something to get for a while. So I'm going to take it straight to Taffington, where it can be in my most recently built up place. Yes. I left the door open apparently. Right here. Straw pillow. And then we just move it into position. And then we lock it. And that way it can't be kicked. Excellent. Okay. All right, back to Hangman's Alley. This is going to put me outside the door. I'll need to run around. Jump over the wall again. But all of that is okay. Nope. Cool. Okay, with this fire, it's putting out a lot of light. I can make a different stove. So if I get rid of that, notice it doesn't really get rid of the light. We get rid of all of the things putting light out. I can't scrap that. But notice there's still lighting in here, as if I didn't do anything just now. So that's unfortunate. I removed the light from in here. I removed the light from right here, and yet there's still light. So I might as well not do that. We'll leave the fire pit. We'll leave the fire barrel, since I can't get rid of those anyway. This just reinforces my idea that if someone were to pick this lock and break in, I should set up some traps, and have my living situation be, there's a nice wall right here. I'm not going to get rid of anything unless I absolutely have to. In order to keep it looking scrappy, I'm going to leave things like tires and barrels in place. So if I want to build this into my actual structure, I feel like if I get rid of these wood walls, I can turn this into a fairly fireproof little space down here. Let's get rid of this, though. I may just move the weapons workbench. I think I'm going to. Just move it over here for now. Sounds like there's something happening over towards Diamond City, I guess that would be. Okay. So first things first, we're going to turn this into basically a panic room. So concrete or steel would be best. I don't think the concrete walls are quite tall enough. Oh, I don't, hold on. I can't build anything yet. I mean, I can. I need to set myself up for it. Let's see, that's under resources, I believe. Wait a minute. I'm in USO integrated. I don't need to be in there. I need to be in these resources. There we go. Here we go. This is what I want. Shipment of everything. I need to actually unlock it. I remember. I only do this at the beginning of every single build lately, so... Or I think I just need to build anything and then it will automatically open. That said, let's take out everything besides that. Okay. There we go. Now I should be able to build whatever I want. Alright. So, USO integrated. And concrete wall. There we go. That is tall enough. And because I'm using place anywhere, I don't need to worry about glitching it into place. I can just do it, which is nice. That said, it is really dark, and I should probably be doing this in the daytime. So I scrapped the mattress, but I'm gonna need to build a bed in here eventually anyway. So let's just build a bed real quick and make it daytime. That one is fine. I'll replace it with something different when I build an actual, like, sleeping space. There we go. That's much better. It's Misty. Who the hell are you? And how did you get in here?
It's our nation. Damn rape.
Ricky Dalton.
Gators this time of year.
Okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. He might be part of the whole, what's it called, bounty hunter stuff. Okay, that is pushed into, it's not square. Go. Yeah, that makes it more like a safe room. All right, I need to do the same thing now with the other opening. I could turn one of the... I don't have to have this be the doorway on this side. I could have this be the wall and have the door on this side, for example. I almost always have the door on this side. Here, let's wall this side off and then see what I think. Okay, that, I feel like it should be pushed out just a little bit. Could split the difference. There we go. That way I know it is centered in there. Alright, depending on where I put the door is going to be a little bit dependent on how I do the stairs to get up to further levels. And I do need to get up there anyway, so I'll just build some temporary stairs. Interesting. Let me build these. Build these. But not over here, huh? Oh, there we go. Okay. So I should put some floors down. And try to center and square them. Look, fortunately, there's already lines and stuff in place. I'm inclined to just continue using concrete stuff. Alright. I wonder if I can get this even further in. Line it up with the edge of that concrete right there. I don't think it's exactly square, but it looks like it's mostly square. Now that will prevent this from snapping to it. Get that out of the way. All right, I'm not done with this yet. This might still work. Let's do that. Okay, I've got cats running around, so if they run over the cord or anything and knock me loose, and I lose if I drop, if you lose me, it's because of cats, and I'll get it fixed. 2 of my cats are playing right now. All right, that looks like it's not going to work terribly well. And even if it did work, okay, I'm going to try this a different way. Let's bring those stairs back. Maybe put the stairs like here. Oh, the only downside of not scrapping everything is getting in and out of this place is going to be... I'm going to have to build over here. And so I need to build some stairs that can get me in and out of the place easily. Let's actually move this over. I want it well out of my way so I can build over here. Okay. Let's grab his floor. Let's do that. Okay. Now I want something that I can grab this with doesn't take up too much space, but isn't going to snap to it either. Let's see if I can use like a... Oh, I'm using USO. I have USO stuff specifically for this. Tools, yeah. So that is going to want to sit on it. It's not snapping though. If I can get this right in the corner. Okay. Let's see if I can get this to work. Gonna group select. back in here. This would be so much easier if I wasn't... That looks like it's going to work. That said, I don't... I need to move it around so I can see a little better. If I can get it to leave a little bit of space on each side. About like that. It's not exactly square because I can see a little bit of the rusty perimeter there, and I can't see it over here. It looks pretty darn close though. Yeah, it's noticeably wider here than over here, but it is damn close. Now the real question is whether I can put a wall and or doorway in any of these spots. Also, a trapdoor wouldn't be terrible. Okay, I'm having ideas. Okay, let's start with the trapdoor. Because again, I'm thinking like panic room downstairs. So it doesn't look like that wants to snap, but it looks like I could probably finesse it into place. Just store that. Can I build that down here? I can. Okay, great. And which way does that open? Opens like that. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it will snap. Excellent. Didn't want to snap before, but alright. Nope. Okay, how does that look underneath? Pretty good. Okay, in that case, I am moving this over here. Oh, that want to snap? It'll snap that way. I don't want it to snap that way, though. That did not move. It really wants to snap to another place. Alright, you know what? Let's just allow it, and then I'll just build a second one. Got to build it first, though. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, it's not square and centered at all. I've never really built in here without scrapping everything else, so it's going to be an interesting challenge. Okay. I have to leave that in place if I want to try to finagle this into exactly the position I want it. Seems like it's a little high. It won't let me sink it down, though. I could just raise this one up. Oh, I don't like that there's a gap. Like, that gap is a little more tolerable. And there's no way that I can group select that with like a pillar and not have it grab everything else. Okay. Here's how I'm going to try to fix this one. Can I snap this to the wall? I can. Okay. Now let's just get rid of that. And then sink that down? No, that won't sink that down either. Okay. I'm gonna pillar select it and then put it in position manually. In which case I can get rid of all the other ones because it's not going to try to snap. Okay. Okay, this will work better. This is the nice thing about having not only have learned everything from like the school zone channel in terms of how to use these pillar glitch techniques, but also having the place anywhere edition, because if one isn't going to work, I can use another. That is not... Shit. That is not grabbing. That'll snap. That's another thing about the Hangman's Alley location. No, that will snap. Son of a bitch. So I have to use the wooden post. The ground at Hangman's Alley does not allow for sinking very far. I can sink a little bit though. Let's see if that's enough. Probably should have quick saved before I came running over here, but yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, let's just come in here. Oh no, it won't work on this side. All right, let's push it over there. Now I'll try to get lined up. I'm not gonna be able to move it once if I don't get it right the first time, I'll need to just redo it. Okay, they can see a little bit of the steel at the bottom, but there's not a gap. It looks flush, so I'm happy with that. Alright, there needs to be a way out of here. Which I'm honestly thinking that actually the way out of here should be over here. So I'm going to move this wall. And replace it with a door. A door that can only be opened from the inside. I'm going to take a drink of my drink here. Yeah, a door that can only be opened from the inside. It has a timer on it, so it automatically closes. So, if I'm upstairs and I hear somebody breaking in, and it sounds like it's an entire army, I can run over here, drop through the trap door, and be in my safe room. In my fireproof safe room. until the danger passes. Yeah. Okay. So in that case, let's grab this wall. Okay. It is tight in here with all the existing structures. So I don't like the placement of that, but that's okay. I can finesse that to where I actually want it to be. So what I really want is for it to be like snap to the wall. Okay, here's how I'm going to do this. Let's just store that. Great thing about concrete is you have these pillars that are walls that do function and can be snapped to very easily. So I want to get this as square to the trapdoor above as I can. Let's use the place anywhere to allow myself to get it really close. And once I have it really close, that's... Right now is the time for precision. It's okay if those little bits are sticking out. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, now I can snap that to that. Move that out. And now I can grab an actual wall and snap it right to that that second piece. And that should be lined up perfectly with the thing above it. At this point I can just store that. It looks pretty well lined up. Let me get above it. Not fall through the... Yeah, that's, I think that's close enough. Okay. Now... if it would let me do that, that would be great. It doesn't look like it's going to want to let me. But I can put a half wall. And if I really want to be extra particular, I could go ahead and put that. And then we're pretty well flush with that brick. But you know what? Let's just do that. Yeah, I like the look of that. The only flaw in this whole idea here is that if somebody were to drop a grenade through the trapdoor, we'll imagine there's a way to lock it from down here. Lock the trapdoor, because that's the only weakness of the whole thing. So at this point, I can get rid of this. Normally, the concrete would be just on the outside of the wood, which I could still do. In fact, yeah, I think that's going to look better. Hold on. I am going to... that, and then do that. I might need to move or get rid of that barrel. I'm not going to be able to get to it over here unless I can hop the fence, which I can. Yeah. But I can just move the barrel. So I'll do that. Yep. That there. Let's just store these. I might be able to use a full-size one now. Yep. Yep. Gives a little bit more space down here. Ooh, another pillow. And then, yeah, a powered door over here to get back out. I might need to pillar goods to pillar the door into place. Just kind of get this out of my way. Now, this place is very, very particular with having all of these existing structures not scrapped. I need to figure out how the stairs, how I'm going to get up to the top part anyway. Which probably would just be like over here. All right, powered door. It's under... We're under sliding. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. It doesn't have to be. It can be partially off center. Let's see if I can just put it in without having to get all super particular about it. That bottom part is part of the structure. Okay. Yeah, that's probably going to work. Alright, so if I'm going to have a switch, I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up for this. I'll need to make some power. This is kind of in the way. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Because I'm going to want my switch right here. If I could move it, that'd be fine. I can actually build that with USO anyway. But, alright, so I need a switch. And then we need like a timer. Delayed off switch. That's exactly what I want. If I can just move that partially into the wall. Like that. That way, if I'm in my safe room, bunker, when it's time to leave, I flip the switch, walk out the door, and then it'll automatically close again, and you can't get into here except through the trap door. Alright, I might as well build a little generator in here for now. Just to power that. That closes quick. I can change that with a computer, but alright. And eventually, same thing with tapping in a boathouse. Once I am able to build a fusion generator, that'll be a lot quieter. I'll be able to hide it somewhere. Usually, I like to hide my generator over here. Because I can build a little floor across here, put the generator, and then build walls around it. And it's just a nice little place to just tuck a generator back here. Those super mutants out there are really still going at it. I could go help, I suppose. Okay. I like that so far, if you broke in, you wouldn't necessarily notice the concrete over there. And I could even hide it with some wood scraps. Or some wood fencing and stuff to disguise it a little more. It's going to be hard to get the stuff in there without running into all this other structure. But it's doable. Alright. So, safe room is pretty well built. I do think I would like another end piece right there. Just so it looks complete. Okay. And then my floors are already in place. Excellent. So, what I should do for security's sake is build concrete over this part as well. Will it let me? Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. These walls are forgiving to a degree. So that it let me build that concrete right there is nice. And then, yeah, just cap that off like so. All right, how does that look from over here? Because again, I really want it to look like that if you were, oh, I don't know if I like the fencing, being able to see into it like that. Seeing out's great. Seeing in is another matter. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace that. Okay. Now I could potentially build up more than one. I could build up another level besides this. So we got, it's a pretty small. It's a 2x1 area essentially. I may have to get rid of one of these structures out here to really be able to like get in and out of my place. All right, here's how I'm gonna approach this. I'm gonna grab a floor Preferably these little guys. So I can build one there, but I can't put one here because of this ventilation shaft. So, and I don't think I can attach the stairs to that. With that structure in place. Attach out here. It's actually taller than that is. So what I should actually use is something from like the warehouse. Yeah, that's better. But can I do it flush? Because I'd rather do it flush if I can. And it looks like that is a big old no. It's definitely hitting this stuff. Okay, well. Let's see how little I can take away and have the stairs work. I did a quick save, so if I want to undo all this, I can. Still won't snap to it. Is that because the concrete wall is sticking out just far enough? It is. It is the concrete wall. I could angle it. Doesn't have to be snapped exactly. But if that's the case, then I may not have had to scrap all that. So let's bring all that stuff back. This is an interesting challenge. Again, usually I scrap all of this stuff first and foremost. It's the first thing I do when I start building here. So it's weird for me to be trying to build around these structures. It's a fun challenge. All right, we need structures, warehouse, stairs. All right, let's just build them. And then let's see if I can finagle it in place. That did not work. I'm using the top part to really try to line it up as best I can. Okay. Now how do I get to it? That isn't quite accessible. Let's see if I can make it work. Nope, I gotta get rid of that. Once I get rid of that, it works better. It still could be placed a little better. We're losing daylight. That works, I think. The railing's going through the roof. The railing's cutting into the concrete. That's about as wedged in there as it could be. But it's functional. Alright, let's make it daytime, huh? Okay. Oh. I should probably be putting on something that's like intelligence-based clothing when I'm building, because that would help me level up faster, honestly. I don't think I actually have anything at the moment. Nor do I know offhand where I would easily go get, like, a lab coat, because that's what would push intelligence for clothing. Okay. So the fact that this is placed right here is a little problematic when it comes to a door. And the question now is, do I want to build wood? I think I want to use warehouse pieces. I love that it's raining. That's alright though. Yeah, I think warehouse pieces are going to be my best bet. The height issue isn't really an issue. They have half walls, which won't snap. Snap right there. Alright, I'm just going to use these for like spacers. Oh, let me do that one? Alright. That's fine. I want to put I want to kind of split the difference. What is that hitting? Yeah, it's not where I need it. I need it over here. Actually, not even a half wall. I need like a quarter. How far into that can I move? Not very far. I just need it to kind of be blocking the snapping. Okay. So a doorway. Like that. Where I really want it is lined up with this little space right here. Yeah, like that. Is that going to screw me in the long run? That might. Okay. You can get rid of these for now. That is not lined up. That's still not lined up. There we go. Of course, floors are going to want to snap, so let's build... We need another doorway. We need it to kind of snap to here. Or if not snap, at least be lined up well enough. Careful. Because then I can attach the floors to that. And let's do that now. Let's see, do I want to use these or full wooden ones? Inside here. Let's use these. So yeah, if I grab this... Oh, it's not trying to snap. It looks pretty well lined up. Now that leaves a weird sized gap right there. That is true. My phone is blowing up. Why is my phone blowing up? Advertisements, mostly. Taxes and whatnot. So fill in this gap right here. The half wall isn't going to cut it. I don't want it to cut across that way. I mean, I'm actually okay if it's snapping just so I can get it placed so I can then move it. would be fine. Just snap somewhere, dude. Fine, that works. Okay, now try to finagle it into the position I actually want. Nope. Not there. There. Yeah. Phone is still blown up. Leave me alone, world. I'm busy. This one, a little half wall should suffice. It may not want to snap, or it may want to snap in the wrong spot, but alright, fine. You know, if you want to give me an extra one, so it's the one that snaps, that's fine by me. So I can get this one where I want it, which is right here. Move it up. Move it toward me. Use the bottom to line it up. Store. I mean, yeah. It's sticking out a little ways. I'm okay with that. Can I move it in without it snapping? Nope. It's going to want to snap. So put that one in place, and then I'll just move that in a little bit. There we go. That's better. I kind of like that it has those gaps. Like the big gaps I could fill in and fix with like scrap wood. Alright, once again, I want to see how this looks if somebody were to break through this door, pick the lock and break through. Not that that's going to happen. Still just look like concrete. I could disguise that bit of concrete wall right there. And the way that I would do that... Gotta get up there first. Remember the way up to my place, and then jump around. The way I could do that is with a piece of fence, junk fence. Now the tire ones don't work, don't play well with others, but like this one, especially with place anywhere. Just do that. And that looks a whole lot less conspicuous. Yeah, I like that. All right. How does that look from the inside? That is a consideration. It's not blocking my trap door, is it? No. No, it's not. So my safe room is still accessible. I can Get back out of the safe room. No one can get back in. Perfect. And I could really, frankly, do that with the rest of these if I really wanted to, like, place other bits of wood and scrap up against the concrete to kind of just disguise it. Now, second level. Having the staircase here doesn't really allow for a second level. In which case, unless I had... Okay, this might look stupid. So actually, let's quick save. This might look stupid, so I may want to undo all of this. But sticking with the warehouse and floors. Has to be enough room. So I'm automatically hitting this roof over here. Can I replace that with a different roof? A flat roof that I can build over. Like this guy. Then warehouse, floors. Kind of like that. Looks precarious. How far do I need to come over? One more. I don't want to do two of those in a row. That's silly. Do that. Or... No, do that. Okay, fine. Okay, I kind of need to get up there first. So I'm just going to place it like it facing the other way, please. No. Whatever. Okay, I do need to be able to get up there. It wants to go everywhere except where I want it to go. Come on. Just there. Oh, shit. I need different floors. So cross our fingers that I can actually replace those floors with different floors. Because I need... Maybe I did need different floors. Oh, you son of a bitch. All right. All right, it's being a little fussy on the other side. I have that quick save, so mainly what I want to see here is, can I now attach a landing? I can. Okay, never mind. But if I attach the landing, can I attach the stairs to that? Yes, I can. Okay. That's what I needed to know. Okay, good. I'm going to reload that other save. Now I know that is going to work. But I think I'm going to build it from the top down. I don't need my Pip-Boy light on anymore. Okay, I just need it to build somewhere so I can grab it. And then place it. Good enough. All right, so I'm going to build a second floor, so I'm going to keep these floors in place. What I need is a little square right there. And then I'll grab these stairs, attach them. There we go. Nope. And then another little stair at the bottom. That's going to give me problems. Indeed. Okay. Anytime you're going to take something away, it's a good idea to do a quick save. Oh, I should just place it somewhere. Stop it. There we go. If I move that, then can I put a stair down there? Or a little landing? Yes. Yes, I can. And if I do... Can I put this guy? No. Okay, let's do that for now. Then can I put this back? No. Yeah, that was my concern. But if I take that out, then I can't put it back, right? No. And that is why we quick save. Yes. That's why we quick save. Because I don't want to have to undo a bunch of stuff for that. Alright, this roof is in the way, so I am going to get rid of it and replace it with a different roof. Nope, gotta be under USO. Not floors, roofs. Flat one. There we go. Okay. I doubt I'm going to be able to do anything with that floor because of the way I have the stairs kind of merged, blurred into it. So I'm not even going to mess with that piece. That piece is absolutely fine the way it is. I can snap to it. That's the important thing. That's snapping to the stairs, isn't it? I think it is. And I can snap it to the stairs. No, I'm not snapping it to the stairs. I'm snapping it to the concrete wall. But that works for me. It's floating. The stairs are floating right there. But they actually look like they're kind of on top of the concrete on the other side. And anywhere else I move it, it's going to want to hop up a little bit. Which actually, I might almost prefer. Yeah. It's a little better. Can I still use the stairs? Still use the stairs? Excellent. Come around here to get to the second floor. Okay, great. Whew. Okay, up here, I feel I should use the scrappiest looking scrappy stuff I can use, which means wood. I'm okay with that. Okay with that. Same situation where a doorway is going to be off center. Okay, let's put the doorway in first. I've got some to choose from. Mostly just different colors. Yeah, like there's three. These three are all the same thing, just different colors. That's a little sturdier. And that's an interesting looking one. I mean, if you want to snap right there, that's fine. As long as I can move you there. Like that. Like I could probably move it out just a little bit. Nope, it'll start making it hop. A little bit. Alright, same thing. I can use like a wood scraps to fill in that gap. Not a lot of room up here with this railing. This railing's taking up a lot of space. I'm not even sure what I would want to use this space up here for offhand. I feel like for safety's sakes, though, I kind of need some railings. Can I fall through there? Looks like I probably can. But I can't snap anything into place because of the door. Alright. In case this doesn't work. Oh, that doesn't change a thing. That still won't snap there. Because of that. Alright, I'm going to reload. So I don't have to move the door back into place. I can use the pillar glitch to, or the pillar glitch or the ashtray glitch to get a railing into that position. I feel like I should probably have a railing at least over here as well. USO. Structures. Under wood, isn't it? Wood. Railings. Ooh, if that'll go in the middle, then yeah. Let's do that. Don't really need a railing on this side since it's just onto a roof. That said, it's not going to want me to be able to put one right there. Where's the metal ones? What in the world's that? Crazy. Just reskins of the same thing. Alright. I mean, the top level could be where I have my various workbenches. Yeah. I mean, there's more to it, but all the stuff in the front is so distracting that may not even, like, notice that per se. All right, let's put roofs on, and then I'll see if I get the other walls in place. I feel like the roofs up here, they should be slanted out that way. Oh, that doesn't want to snap. That doesn't want to snap. Let's see if I can do it from over here. Wouldn't mind using like these guys. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Sweet. But can I put another one over here? Not with that door in place. All right, you know what? I'm going to move it out. I think I can be able to move it back in. I'll be able to get back in here, though. If I move out of here now. I might need to put temporary walls up. All right, I'm just going to store the, get this. I'm just going to store this and get it out of the way. Put 2 walls in place. 2 regular walls. And see if that helps me get the roof where I need it. I suspect it will. That is in place, but let's see if I can use a different one. No, I don't want flat. I can't see it, but if I can just hear it. I hear it trying to snap, but it's not actually where it needs to be. I can get up there very easily. Yes, I can. Oh, nope, I am above the workshop. Move it a little further away from me. That's as far as it'll let me move it. Okay. I wanted to build something more sloped, but it's clearly not letting me do that. Alright, we need to scrap these guys now. Now that we have roof in place. Kind of like to rotate that, actually. Kind of like to rotate that, actually. Yeah, it says no. That's because this wall is facing the wrong way, I think. Alright, now can I rotate it? Yeah, there we go. Just want the beams all go in the same direction. Call me crazy. Okay, now that the roof's in place, now let's see if I can get the door back where I want it. And that was this guy. Sure, as long as you let me build it, then I can move it. Line it up with this as best I can. I mean, the flat roof's a terrible actual design approach because the water's going to collect and then pour in. But you know, and because I have these floors, the water, when it rains, this whole side of the place is going to be drenched, which means definitely will want to put bed here-ish, nearest the panic room. Frankly, I could use a little bit of railing right there too. I'm okay with the two matching pieces like that. All right, I need to fill this gap. We don't need those stairs anymore. Something wonderful for those playing at home. I used to be limited in my streams by my laptop battery. That is no longer the case. I got a powered USB hub that's going to allow me to stream for however long I want because I don't need to have my laptop's plug-in be covered by the USB hub I had before. So now the only thing stopping me from streaming forever is that I have to eat occasionally. I bring that up because my spouse is home today and she just made herself some food and it smells really good. So now I'm getting hungry. It is almost lunchtime here in Colorado. All right, I need a little gap right here. Any of these would be fine. I like the scrappiest of this one. Let's see how well it's going to let me play. It doesn't want to drop down. Just see how I feel about that gap at the bottom. I don't feel bad about that. I have a small piece I could put there if I really wanted to, or I could just put like a barrel there. That worked well enough for me. I do like that you can see out here without necessarily being seen from outside. So if there was like an army gathering at that door, an army of raiders or gunners, I'd be able to see it and potentially take pot shots at them. All right. Let's put this up top. Oh gosh. Where'd it go? It went somewhere. Alright, let's just drop it and do it again. Could put it down temporarily and just bring it closer to me now. Just bring it closer to me now. Oh, he doesn't like it up here. There's not a lot of room up here. And in fact, I don't think I can get another one next to it. If I want to build a armorer's workbench, because that's a weapons, right? If I want to build an armorer's workbench, I might have to do it right over here, if at all. Yeah, just barely. I can get closer to it and finagle it. You know, I might be able to get it into a better position if I was using rugs. I'll just move it up. And let's see if I can throw some... this seems like a very uncomfortable floor to be working on. I say after I built everything around it. But those rubber floor mats, I love the rubber floor mats. Okay, did I miss them? Oh, because I'm under USO. That's why. That's why. So all that stuff was Creation Club stuff that isn't working with the USO properly. Yeah, we want rug. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. But that's too big. I need to use smaller pieces, which is fine. I can use these guys. Then if I bring this down, I should be able to move it with the rug. Excellent. I want to get up nice and close to that wall. And maybe, if it'll let me, closer to the railing. Yeah, that's better. Rug is grabbing it because it's sitting on top of the rug is grabbing it too. So that's a excellent technique to just... I'm not group selecting, so I can do that even with all the other stuff around it. And the rug actually makes sense that you'd want to be standing on this. I do feel like it could be a little closer. I'm going to redo all that. I'm going to move this further onto it, if it'll let me. Yeah. My cats are having a field day today. They are just... The ginger cat is chasing all of the other two cats all over the place. The old lady and his brother. Having a good old time. And normally if that left room for another little square or something to go like with it, I would do that, but not in this case. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put another one down, but I'm going to do it like this. And move this. Oh, gosh. Move this onto it. Like that. And then I'm going to move it into a better position. Actually, let's move this here. I want the rug not going as far over as here so I can get as close to the wall as possible. But I want it to look like I can stand on that when I'm working on it. And this way I can push it really all the way over. I don't need to go over that far, but that seems good. And I could push all of that through the wall, really. Like that. Have that on the outside. But I did that at Taffington Boathouse. I'm not going to do that here. Just do it just nice and flush. Like that. There we go. I feel like this could use a little bit of like lighting up here. But lighting would also, in my mind, draw attention. So, work in the daytime or not at all. Or by the light of the Pip-Boy. Alright, definitely could put some more stuff up here. Feel like some shelves would be good. I don't need to do anything with these outer walls. I think just leaving the existing structure in the windows is perfectly fine. Alright, that's starting to look good. Let's get a railing right there. I can do that right here. There's enough room for it. So what I want is railing. That'll be under wood. Railing. We'll use this guy. Then I'm glad I don't have my camera on, because if I had my camera on, my cat running around my computer and stuff, the camera would be jostling and people will be getting seasick. And nobody needs anybody getting seasick. Not on my watch. Oh, now he's messing with cords. Okay. I need a longer USB cord to go from my TV switcher to my hub, and I need it going under the couch, I think. That would be good. Alright, the thing I like about the ashtray for building is that it sits flush on whatever it's on. It won't float, it won't sink. So, when I want to place something against like a floor, it works really well for that. So, like putting a railing right here. Piece of cake. And then again, I'm okay with the corner not having anything because it's just to this roof. That'll just prevent me from, if I tumble down the stairs, I won't roll right off and then crack my neck. Alright, it's going to be nighttime again. But at this point, I think I can scrap this bed and get my permanent bed. Same thing here. I think I want to place a rug down. And then I can move everything to exactly where I want it. Okay. Alright, this is going to be a cramped space, but we'll make it work. Alright. Bed. I mean, you could put the railings up so you don't slide off it, but really this is like the bed I've mostly been using. And I can just slide that in So that I get as close to the wall as I want to get without going into the wall. I like that. I mean, in some ways, it'd be better to have the bed over here. All right, I'll decide that in the morning. It's getting dark. And the whole not having lights in my structure definitely doesn't help. Meanwhile, I like to see how my... I have a second channel now. And I just uploaded a new video on the other channel. I want to see how it's doing. Yeah, it's getting a couple watches. Okay. Okay, not bad. Now, on the one hand, having the bed over here would take up a lot less space. It would fit a lot better. And the rain, it really, like... Yeah, I'm going to do that. The engineering issues of having a flat roof isn't really that big of an issue. That said, I want to move this closer there so I can move it closer there. I think I'd rather have my feet closer to the wall and have like a table or something behind the headboard rather than the other way around. Yeah, that's just going to flow better. Kind of need a door, huh? I think so. Eventually. I don't need a door right now. Yeah, I heard that too, guy. Something happened in the other room. I'm going to guess Ginger, being excitable and chasing everybody around, he just ran over my partner with claws. Okay. Before I call this stream and get myself some lunch, let's talk traps. So I love the spring trap. Would it fit in here? It kind of will. But I want it like right at the doorway, which I can do. That's sticking out a little ways. But now that it's placed, I can place it exactly where I want it and do that. Okay, that said, I can't go in here and decorate now without it hitting me. I have enough health. Or I can move out of the way. So, I want to lure raiders or anybody else that's invading. I want to lure them into here. So... unfortunately, the mannequins are always standing. There's no seating or laying mannequins. Unless I can grab a mannequin from somewhere. Is that even doable? Let's see. There are mannequins in Concord. And they're not ones you can put clothes on. But can they be grabbed? Can they be picked up? I don't think so. How dare you? One moment. Your call is important to us. Well, hello there. No. That's what I get for coming here, but haven't been here in a while. But hey, take all your stuff. And I mean all of it. What's with the weird color guts? That's weird. Oh, that's brains right there, looks like. I mean, I'm used to seeing that in 76 with the various... So I would have to literally kick it all the way. Which is not impossible. To make that really work, you have to like somehow get the mannequin on top of the bed and then put like a blanket over it so someone would be like, ooh, sleeping person, I can go and stab him real quick and then take all their stuff. But yeah, you can't do blankets, so that's not going to work. But you could theoretically move one of these mannequins into your place by literally just kicking them all the way there. Oh, that would be tedious and awful. Okay. That answers my question. In that, not worth the effort. Not worth the effort. I can and also probably should build traps on the inside of each of these doors. And this is a space where I could definitely build turrets as well. I have turrets. I have a turret at Red Rocket. I don't have a turret at Taffington Boathouse. Nope. Ha. Okay, I can already see before I like make it daytime and go to bed, etc., etc. I immediately see an issue that I want to deal with right away, and that is stability structure. That's better. Okay. And I have another straw pillow down in the safe room that I can move up here and put onto the bed, which would be great. But that's when I move into decorating mode. I'm still in structural mode right now. Okay. So we got the trap right there. I can't move that, but I can make one. I want to move it there so that I want to actually stack up a bunch of stuff so that if there were raiders or gunners, they would see a bunch of loot, potential loot that they could get into. So I think furniture, I think putting a desk down first is reasonable. Then put like a chest on top of it. Some of those want to bounce up and some of them don't. Yeah, like that. And then this guy right here. It's being fussy. But that's why we have place anywhere. That's probably good. Anything beyond that's just decorating. I want to throw some more clutter in here as well. But the idea is, they come around the corner and they see like, oh, there might be guns and stuff in there, and then they'll run in and get hit by the spring trap. That the mutants and the guards again? I guess I could go help. Be a little extra experience. Let's do that. Well, that's how I'll end today's stream. That said, a little low on all ammo, as always. Ugh. Really low on ammo. They'll probably be giving me 308s up there. You go all the way around. I'm not taking the chain off. I'm going to leave this as fortified as possible. So I'm leaving the chain on that door. I'm leaving both doors locked. Just on principle. I have started looking into the bounty hunter creation and quite enjoying it so far. You're a caravan guard. You're not hostile.
You win.
Well, he didn't last long. I like the outfit too. Don't know why my face is sparkly. Not a vampire. At least not that kind of vampire. That seems good. Again, weird coloration on stuff. That's usually a sign of like some creation / mod is interfering with other stuff. I can't open that. Alright, might as well loot all these. Oh, you're not even dead. Yay! Yay for you. I missed most of the fight, apparently, but no one else is looting the bodies, so hey, my win. Alright, hopefully I will level up enough before next week that I can go back to tapping a boathouse and build that better fusion generator. Because that is what I would like to do. I need to hit level 48 for that, if I'm not mistaken. And I am level... 48 can't be right. Is that right? I'm level 19. I don't think it is. It's not 48. I don't think so. No, 48 is what is. That's a different game entirely. Let me get back to the build zone and see what level I need to actually be to build the broken fusion generator. Oh, I built stairs there too, which I can use until I'm done building here. Right. The fusion generator I want to build is this one. Right? I can build this now, but that's going to produce light. This is the one I want. The regular one, you need rank 4 of science. I need rank 3 of science to build the malfunctioning one, which puts out half the power. Still a ton of power. 50 is plenty for the kind of stuff I'm building. And to get to science rank 3, $28. So I need to level up 9 more levels. 8 1/4 levels to build the generator that I want, really in all of my places. So I'm going to keep working on that in between, and I'll just keep the, oh yeah, the sparkly skin thing. That's weird. All right, whatever. So in the meantime, I hope you have a great rest of your whatever and the rest of your week. And yeah, I will see you next time. Ta-ta.